Alright guys, back with another Bambino Games video, this time leg number 6 of my trip across the country. It's been a while since I recorded one of these. I had to wait for my Oculus Rift to get back, which I do have back now. So today we're going to be taking a trip from KOKC to Kiama. We're going to be going from Will Rogers to Amarillo, Texas. Rick Husband's in Amarillo, Texas. It's about an hour and 36. About 200 nautical miles, so trying to make it there as quick as we can in our SR20, our Cirrus SR20. This is a vFlyteAir plane that I purchased. I love this plane. A couple of little glitches with the GPS. We're working through those, but really good company. We're here at Will Rogers. Let me show you where we're going to be going from. Take a look at our airport diagram, and we are basically, I don't know why it doesn't have this on here, but we're going to be taking off runway 13, and then we'll be picking up our GPS route straight to Rick Husband's. And, you know, pretty clear weather here. I'm not using my rudder pedals. We'll talk about that in a bit. All right, so we got our flight plan all loaded up here. Let me just pull that up here. Well, first I have this decluttered. Let's get our flight plan up here. I like to have that up. Let's see. There we go. There's the flight plan. And we'll select nearest airport, so we have that up here at all times. We're going to want our inset on, declutter that, okay. Yeah, just hold on. Go back to here, we want our CDI on GPS, all right, so we can pick up our GPS route. Now, if we take a look at where we're flying to, back to the map here, take a look at KAMA. Husband's Amarillo, you can see it's 3,600 feet, so we're at what, 1,300 now, so we've got to climb up. So I'm going to fly at, we're going to go to 5,500 because I have to set my altimeter here before we go up, because the autopilot doesn't work properly on this vFlyteAir machine. So we'll set this to 55. 5640, that's fine. That should be fine enough. So we'll have 2,000 feet to come down to Amarillo, Texas. Alrighty, got plenty of gas. We're using our 2 tanks here. I think we're good to go. So we're gonna basically be taxiing to the runway here and finding our way to Amarillo, Texas. And with the shaded relief, so we can see exactly what we're doing. I'm going to center that, and we'll zoom in a little bit here so we can get a little bit better. Turn right over there, and we should be right to the runway. So here we go. Flying in the Bambino Games plane. The SR20 with my logo right there. I love this plane. And we're kind of taking off in the opposite direction of our GPS route, but that's okay. Go back and pick that up. So we want our flaps to 50% on takeoff. Tower says we've got clearance. We're going to go. I could probably take off that way, but we'll do the safe thing here. All right. And off we go. Airspeed's alive. We'll rotate at 70 knots. And rotate. Very nice. Once we clear the runway here, we'll turn and pick up our GPS route to Amarillo. And here we go. All right, let's get our nav on. Gonna have to lower the volume of that engine a little bit. Now you have to watch the tanks in this SR20 because it doesn't have a both setting, so you're going to have to, to balance them and switch them every once in a while to make sure you're not leaning on one side. Going to trim that down a little bit. I turned the autopilot off there just to trim things down a little bit. Getting up there pretty quick. $4,500 feet and almost to 56. Here we go. Breaking through 5K, and then we should start leveling off and start to pick up some speed. Nose starting to come down a little bit now. And there you go. Yeah, so again, you have to set the altitude before you take off when you're on the ground, and then once you hit it autopilot, it'll seek that altitude. They're working on fixing that, so that would be good when they do. All right, cool. Let me just lower the volume here a little bit. It's like pretty loud. Love this plane. I really do love this plane. It's got needs a little bit of work, but it's pretty cool. Okay, guys, well, a couple things have happened since last time. Let me get my list. Let's see here. Yesterday, I released a video that I produced. It's the virtual reality flight simulation guide. It's a video that I worked on for a little bit of time to make sure I got the facts correct, and I provided some good information for those just first getting into VR. And it's about a 10-minute video. It's got packed with a lot of information. So far, the feedback has been pretty positive, thankfully. Because I did put a lot of work into it. And again, I'm just trying to transfer the knowledge that I've learned over the last number of months flying in VR with X-Plane 11 and with other flight sims as well. So I'm very pleased that there's been some good reception to that. Now, there were a few things in there that I found out later, or actually one thing I found out later that was incorrect. I didn't realize that P3D had a native VR capability, which they sort of enhanced in June. Apparently the feedback is that it's not great. I put an update in the description, just a correction, so that people will know that that's available. But yeah, so check out that video. It's the virtual reality flight simulation guide. And please feel free to spread it around to others who are interested. I'm hoping that it'll help more people get into this form of the flight sim hobby. I'm sure those who follow the channel closely know that I got a new Oculus Rift, and I didn't buy one. I RMA'd my old one because I was had an issue with the old one where it had a horizontal tilt problem. It had a few degrees off to the left, and thankful to say that the new one is fine, working great. I've got to give it to Oculus. Their support was fantastic. They RMA'd it to me in about a week. Didn't cost me anything. I didn't have to give them a credit card or anything. Well, I guess they had my payment information from my Oculus homepage, but very pleased with the support that they've provided. So I do have the new Rift, and again, it works fine. And yeah, so back in the VR saddle, flying again, and all the other stuff I do with VR. So pretty happy about that. And also, I've added new rudder pedals. I'm not using them in this flight. It's a pretty straight flight, and I'm not using any weather, but I have been working with them and getting used to flying with them. It is definitely different using toe brakes. I bought the CH Products Pro Rudders pedals. They're working really well. It's definitely an element that was missing for me, so I'm looking forward to getting more used to that and building it into my normal method of flying in VR, or flight simming, I should say. So yeah, looking forward to it. And guess what? I have my flaps up. That's why I'm going so slow. So let me put my flaps down. Or should I say, I had them down. Let me put them up. I was like, why am I only doing 120 knots? All right, so I guess I should switch tanks here. Yeah, so yeah, I always do that. I always leave the flaps up, or down, I should say, for some reason. Now we're picking up some speed. Cool. Let's see, our ETA, we've got an hour and 10 minutes. All right, 184 nautical miles. So I'm going to run this pedal to the metal. I guess I can. I got full throttle here. Let me go to my engine page. There you go, back, engine. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to throttle down a little bit. Save some gas, and you can see the EGT going up there as I'm pulling back the mixture. And my flow rate is decreasing as well, which is good. So I'll just use less gas. Cool. 140, 150 knots, that's fine with me. Beautiful. Let's go back here. Alrighty. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was waiting for 11.0.2 in X-Plane. My God, that beta has been out for 3 weeks, and I kind of refuse to install the beta. I don't want to run beta software. I know maybe I should get over that, but I just feel like I'd rather run GA software. But it seems like it's been 3 weeks since they released the beta, and at least a week since they released the release candidate. And every day I'm hoping that X-Plane 11 updates. So I'm looking forward to seeing if I get any frame rate increase. Let's just check the frame rates here. So we're getting 26, 29 frames in X-plane with this third-party plane. This isn't ortho, this is straight scenery. So that's not bad, but you know, obviously 40 would be better, or above 30 would be better. So yeah, so looking forward to seeing 11.2, and the feedback's been mostly positive. Most people are saying that they're seeing higher frame rates with 11.02. I keep saying 11.2, it's 11.02. Most people are saying they're seeing higher frame rates. Some are saying they're seeing lower. Sometimes it's hard to tell because when they post that, they're not giving you all their information, and you know, it's really kind of tough to decipher unless someone tells you exactly what their PC configuration is. So anyway, so we're patiently waiting for 11.02. New announcement, XP Realistic. The folks there have kindly offered to sponsor a giveaway for the channel, so we're going to be giving away a copy of XP Realistic probably in the next couple of weeks. So one lucky subscriber is going to win a copy of XP Realistic, which gives you some really cool sounds, some head movements, some physics movements, those sorts of things to really increase the immersion. And I'm very excited to see how that translates into the VR environment when your head's bobbing or the plane's moving when you start it up, or you know, the different sounds that you have, like birds and helicopters and stuff outside the aircraft. So looking forward to seeing that. So look for that giveaway in the coming weeks, and we'll be ramping that one up to show you guys the product a little bit closer in VR and to give away a copy of it. So looking forward to that. All right, pretty boring landscape here. Listen, it looks like there's a city out there. Let's just take a look. City, no mountains. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, you know, one thing you have to realize in VR is that you do have a bit of haze in the distance, and the one way to mitigate that is to I use the mouse wheel to zoom in like a pair of binoculars. If you hold your head steady, you can see things pretty clearly. So it's a nice way to augment. There's a lake right there. Augment things. I mean, you could definitely pick up runways and stuff like that. So it does make that that much easier. So in any event, that's about it for what I wanted to talk about. So I think we're going to do some fast forward flying here to Amarillo, Texas, to finish up our 6th leg. Only 3 more to go after this, and to get us to San Diego and complete this mission. I promise I'm going to complete this mission. I want to definitely do that. So let's sit back and enjoy the ride. Alright guys, we are 53 nautical miles outside of Amarillo, K-A-M-A, and we're going to just take a look at the airport here just to see what our plan is. Go to my binder and take a look at the airport diagram. And we're going to head for runway 4 here, so that's going to be a approach from towards the northeast from the southwest. So we're going to have to vector a little bit to the south here to pick that up. I'm not sure if we can see the airport yet. Let's just zoom in here and see if we can see the air. Where's my cursor? Come on, cursor. There we go. No, we're still pretty far distance from the airport, so probably at about 20 miles out we'll start to turn a little bit to the south here so we could pick up the airport, and should be a pretty easy landing. We're still hovering at 5,600 around there at 140 knots. Plenty of gas, and switching tanks to keep things balanced as we go along here. Let's fly ahead and towards Amarillo. Alright guys, we're about 20 miles out, 23 miles out to be exact, so not sure if I can pick the airport outlet yet. Let's just see if we can zoom in here and see it. I'm going to start to, there it is right there. Okay, I'm going to start to head to the south here a little bit, take it off autopilot. I just do that by hitting the trim. Plane is in our hands, so we're going to start moving to the south a little bit. We'll get mixture all the way in now. Get ready to land our plane. You can watch on the map as I turn to find my way to the airport. Nice having the iPad to tell you where you are on the map, so you can get yourself lined up properly, and all the tools that you would have in a regular cockpit, right? I use Flight Plan Go. One, because it's free, and it interfaces well with X-Plane, and two, it gives you the nice mapping function, which I think people like to see. We'll get ourselves out here so we can have a nice smooth approach into Amarillo. Plenty of gas. I'm going to probably switch to the left tank before I land, just to make sure things are balanced. Plane's trimmed out very nicely. Actually, I've gained a little bit of altitude here, but that's okay. I got plenty of time to get down. 3,600 feet is the deck that we're going to be landing on. If I ever owned a plane, it would definitely be either the Cirrus SR20 or 22. The SR20 is a little bit less expensive. I mean, it's still like 400 grand, but I just love the way it's laid out. You know, it's so sleek. It's like a sports car of GA aircraft. You know. So glad I found this vFlight model. I really do like it. I'm looking forward to the improvements, and they are continuously improving it, which is great. Looking forward to that. And my airport should be over there somewhere. Let's see if we can pick that up. All right, well, we're going to assume it's over there. I don't have sight of the airfield yet, but and start to slowly turn towards it, at least where I think it is. I don't see it on the GPS, although I'd have it decluttered here, so let's see if we can pick it up. Relying on Flight Plan Go to get me where I'm going. Maybe that's it over there. Let's see. That might be it. Might be it right there. All right, we'll find it. I mean, it should be in sight. 13 miles. I should be able to see it with the zoom. I'll get myself lined up to what I think it is, and then we'll see if we can find the runway, spot the runway. For some reason, the map just jumped there. That was weird. All right, so, oh, I know what it is. I gotta center myself here. Alright, so where's my airfield? Should be somewhere over there. Lord, I hope we have an airfield. I mean, it should be pretty much in front of me right now. And there we have it. Beautiful. Okay. Got it. You see it right there. That's where we're going. All right, let's get ourselves ready to line up here and make a nice, smooth, buttery landing. As Air Force Proud would say in his videos, butter the toast. I love those videos. They're great. He does the trolling on the FSX multiplayer, which is really funny. Really, really funny. All right, so we're 8 miles out. Assuming that we have clearance, we're going to hit the flaps here. Let's get our tank to the left. Oops. Trim it down a little bit. Zoom in here so you guys can see this a little better. All right, everything looking good. Gas good. Mixture in, throttle in. I mean propeller in. Undercarriage we don't have to worry about because we have fixed gear. And we are on final. Let's bring her home. Always get a little nervous, can't fly the airfield, but then somehow I figure out where the hell it is. So, thanks to GPS. All right, 120 knots. Coming to 5,000 MSL. All right, we have about 1,000 feet to the deck. Flaps to full. Start to get our glide slope right here. And we're just about to complete leg 6, which is awesome. In the middle of the country. Texas, we're in Texas. Made it from New York to Texas. All right, let's stay focused now. 90 knots, 400 to the deck. Flaps are full. Everything looking good. Coming in a little hot. We'll flare it out and then we'll just ease her down. Just try to stay in that middle. Flare it out. And we put the throttle to idle. Just bring her down nice and easy. Beautiful. Okay, little bumpy, little bumpy, little bumpy. Up. Okay, hit the brakes. Let to catch the next one. Alright, well, that was a little bumpy, but that's okay. Let's taxi off to. This is kind of a barren airport here. But I appreciate you guys riding along to Amarillo, Texas from Kansas. We were in Kansas, so. I forget where the next stop is. Maybe New Mexico, I think. And then it's Las Vegas after that, I believe. So 3 more legs to go. And we'll be in San Diego. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button if you like what you saw today. And don't forget to subscribe to Bambino Games for more virtual reality flight simulation X-Plane 11 using FlyInside to complete our trip to San Diego. And make sure you share this video and all the videos with other people. To help promote the channel and promote VR flying. That's what we're trying to do here. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.